When he's not traveling around the world, he's doing consultations 25 floors high in his Hudson Yards headquarters in New York City. Have you ever wondered, how much money does GaryVee earn from YouTube? Let's do some calculations. Revenue derived from his YouTube all depends on how many views his videos receive, and also very importantly, who watches his videos. I'll explain this later in the video. We can see how many views he gets by listing all of his GaryVee branded channels. That would be GaryVee, GaryVee Video Experience, curse-free GaryVee, and then his translated channels for Spanish, Chinese, Arabic, Portuguese, and Hindi. Let's start out with the English content because that will be the majority of the revenue, with the regional content earning significantly less for reasons I'll explain soon. Because we're only halfway through August, let's use the most recent completed month, which would be July. GaryVee's main YouTube channel in July of 2023 saw 2.16 million views. His secondary YouTube channel, GaryVee Video Experience, saw 815,000 views. It seems that curse-free GaryVee isn't being prioritized anymore, with the last upload being 3 years ago and 250 views in July, so we're going to leave this channel out of the calculations. This means that collectively GaryVee's main YouTube channels saw about 2.975 million views in July. I'm going to round this up to 3 million views. Before we try to calculate how much money GaryVee would have made from 3 million views in 1 month, we have a slight problem. Social Blade, the platform we're using to check GaryVee's YouTube statistics, no longer gives us the information we need to make a more accurate calculation. YouTube introduced Shorts in 2020. YouTube Shorts views are included in the statistics that Social Blade displays, and YouTube Shorts pays at a much lower rate compared to a regular YouTube video. Based on me individually looking at every one of his July Shorts, it seems that Shorts accounted for about a quarter of his daily viewership, so let's reduce July's viewership from 3 million views down to around 2.25 million views. Of course, this doesn't account for Evergreen Shorts viewership. Okay, so we're finally at 2.25 million views in July. Let's try to calculate the ad revenue on this. Views divided by 1000 times the RPM value. In simple terms, YouTube pays YouTube channels for every advert that displays on their video. The RPM value is the revenue per 1000 views. So if the RPM is $1 per 1000 views, then 1 million views will pay the channel $1,000. Every video has a different RPM based on factors such as video topic and audience profile. Since GaryVee is most popular in North America and Europe, and his video topics are usually on business and money, his RPM values will be typically very high, which on YouTube might be, say, a $20 RPM. If you want to learn more about RPMs, let me know in the comments and I'll try to make a video about it. So back to the calculator. 2,250,000 views divided by 1000 equals 2,250. 2,250 times the $20 RPM would result in $45,000 in July of 2023. So that is the majority of the YouTube revenue. But then there's his translated channels. GaryVee's team definitely prioritizes the English-speaking content, as I've noticed the regional channels have much fewer videos than his main channels, and his viewership shows this. Because of this, rather than looking at his monthly revenue from these channels, we're going to look at the lifetime revenue, which we can do by checking how many lifetime views each channel has. GaryVee Arabic has 4.38 million views, GaryVee Chinese has 3.56 million views, GaryVee Espanol has 1.24 million views, GaryVee Brazil has 316,000 views, and GaryVee has 31,000 views. Altogether, it's around 9.43 million views. As before, Shorts does make this inaccurate, so let's shave off 10% of this figure, which takes it to about 8.5 million. Translated channels are harder to calculate due to the varying demographics that lead to RPM fluctuations. In general, these demographics are going to pay lower than the standard American and European rates. So let's cut the previous RPM by about 50%, which takes that $20 RPM down to a $10 RPM, which 8.5 million views divided by 1,000 equals 8,500. 8,500 times $10 RPM totals a very estimated $85,000 lifetime earnings across the regional channels. Now, if Team GaryVee watches this with their access to the actual analytics, this video might seem way off, and by no means is this going to be a pinpoint perfect earnings estimate. However, this should give you some idea of how much GaryVee's personal brand on YouTube channels earns in advertising revenue. Of course, this doesn't speak to the total value of his channels, where the entrepreneur monetizes his brand in selling over $90 million in NFTs, or when he's selling a new book, or when he's gaining new celebrity clients for his various agencies and more. If you'd like to learn more about how people are earning money, this is the Money Channel. Ask what you'd like to learn about in the comments below, because as one wise entrepreneur once said, the more you learn, the more you earn.